test drive here. The car sounds amazing, shifts nice and smooth. See, the steering wheel's perfectly straight. The car drives amazing. Exhaust is really not that loud inside the cabin. Outside of the car, it sounds amazing, but in the car, it's actually really tame, and I'm not hearing any drone, and it doesn't really crackle too much. It's a little bit, but it's not obnoxious, and every once in a while, you'll get a good pop. I don't hear any rattles inside the car. Everything's nice and buttoned up good. I have no complaints. I'll get on it here in just a second, and that will be it. Shifts perfect. Okay, we're going to do a visual condition report. Now we're looking for scuffs, scratches, chips, dings, any cosmetic imperfections that we can find. So with this front clip, the entire front end is wrapped in PPF paint protection film, as well as this lower rocker and the side mirrors. So full fender, full hood, that also includes the carbon. The headlights, the surrounding here, all carbon, has PPF on it. This actual lens does not, and this one does not, but the carbon itself does. That lower splitter has it. These little inserts have them. This is smoked with a vinyl. And then you have this lower section fully wrapped, and then that lower rocker there, and the side mirrors. Here on this front right wheel, it does have curb rash. You can see that there. And then a little bit here. And there is a little scratch on the center cap. I see a rock chip here. I'm sure there's a couple more every once in a while. Calipers, those look good. Got the carbon ceramics. Now looking at that fender, looks amazing. That section looks good. You're gonna have a couple rock impacts, of course, on that side mirror, but very, very clean. Overall, that looks good. Here on the door, this paint is amazing. Full PPF down here. So far, all of that looks awesome. Looks like there's a snag in the film down here. A little bubble. And then you're gonna have little snags every once in a while, a couple little rock impacts. It's all on that lower side though. You do have a really small chip right there, and that also has a ding with it. It's very subtle. There you go, you can see that. The rest of that looks amazing. Kind of scanning all of this. Looks good. Here on this wheel, I don't see any curb rash. That center cap looks nice. Caliper looks good. This is smoked with a vinyl. And then when you have the door raised, you're going to see the film here on that lower section protecting it. And then you can see it all up here. All this section is protected. Now this is yellowed, super common. Pretty much every single one of them I've ever seen this piece has yellowed. That's why they kind of did it separate so you can replace it. And this is a common hit area and they just separated that. If you can see the lines, so you can peel that off and just replace that. Makes it nice and easy. All right, checking out the front. Let's start with this hood. Vents look good. So far the hood looks perfect. I'm not seeing any flaws. Of course you're going to have some little rock impacts on the film, but it's there to protect it, and really nothing standing out to me. That hood looks awesome. Looking at this section here, looks amazing. A couple little rock impacts, a little bug splatter here and there. I think it's done a good job protecting. Kind of looking for damage, anything as far as gashes go. All of that looks good. You have some bug etching on this splitter. Overall it looks awesome. Very clean front end. I do see a little snag here in the film from a rock. It's hard to tell if that impacted the paint though. That front end looks awesome. Let's get down low here. You do have rash on the underside. Looking at the splitter, got a little bit of rash. Looks like a couple small scuffs right on the very edge of the carbon. Then you have this little scratch right there. And keep in mind, you do have film right about here, so it's protecting that little edge. And then you do have some damage here in the carbon. That did get a good chunk out of it. You can just see the edge of it. If you re-PPF that, I think it'll hide it really well. That looks nice. Coming around this edge. A little rash under there, but otherwise good. So walking around it like a foot off the ground, which is still not a normal height, it looks really good. The only spot you're gonna see just barely is that piece right here. Like I said, if you did new PPF on that, I think it would hide it completely. And then of course, eye level, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So that front end looks really nice. All right, checking out this side. Looking at that fender. Looks good. I don't see any curb rash on this wheel. Overall, really clean. Looking at the mirror, you got a little rock impact there. I don't know if it chipped through or not. It doesn't feel like it. And another one here. A-pillar looks nice. That section looks good. The door looks amazing. This paint is absolutely gorgeous. All of that looks nice. That edge is clean. You're gonna have little rock impacts in this area and a couple snags on the underside. But that's all wrapped in PPF. quarter looks nice. All of that looks good. That wheel looks awesome. All right, checking out back here, starting with the top side. That looks awesome. All of this looks really good. Those lights are smoked, just like a little vinyl overlay it looks like. Now in this area, it is dingy from the exhaust, and you have some stains in here. And so you can see over time it's kind of discolored that area a little bit. Got the carbon here, that looks amazing. You can see the carbon blade there. Here on the diffuser, you do have some rash right there. That blade is perfect. That blade's perfect. And that one's perfect. So really just that left side. You can see all the carbon here. Looks so good. This section has some staining just from the exhaust. You can see it right there as well. Looking at the rest of that bumper though, there's like a little dirt there. That taillight's beautiful. Looks really good. All right, checking out the interior. It is a non-smoker, and it is really, really nice. That panel looks amazing. I don't see any flaws that stand out. That looks good. Tiny, tiny scuff there. And there is a scratch right here that does catch your nail. Looking at that bolster, looks nice and clean. Same with this one. Seat backs look good. Bottoms look amazing. The full carbon here. All that's clean. Little scuff here, little one there. The rest of that wheel looks nice. All this Alcantara looks good. Full Alcantara on the dash. And all this carbon is nice and clean. I don't see any flaws that stand out. Okay, looking at this door panel. Looks really good. All of that looks amazing. This Alcantara is nice and clean. That bolster edge looks good. Same with that one. The seats themselves look amazing. Carpets look good. All the Alcantara here on the dash looks good. Really no complaints on this side.